Welcome back, guys. You may want to ask what are plugins. So what Figma plugins does is that it adds more functionality to our Figma and it makes our work faster. So we could try to get a plugin. All you have to do is to right click on the Canva. You have to click on here, or you right click on the mouse to get a menu. Then you see something like plugins right here, or you do this. So plugins are meant to add more function to your Figma designs. Or what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try to access the plugin bar. So yes, this is plugins. All you have to do is to come to plugins and you'll see if you have plugins or not, and you can manage plugins. Now let's proceed to install some plugins, and this is what I'll do right here. I'll click on this, and having to click on this, I'll come to plugins. Then I'll use the manage plugins to access the plugins community. So right now we have different plugins, right? As you can see, plugins and widgets, and right now you could access plugins or you access widgets, but right now I want to leave it at plugins. And right now we're going to have different plugins right here. So there are some important plugins I'll have to install. So let me install the first one. You could actually look up for plugins. You could say Unsplash. I could install something like Unsplash, and right now this is Unsplash right here, and this is basically used for images, and this is an image plugin. So I could just insert Unsplash. All I have to do is to say run. So you could read a little bit about it. As you can see, this works for insert beautiful images from Unsplash into your designs. So the Unsplash license allows images to be used freely for both commercial and personal projects. To learn more about Unsplash Arts, yes, so you can learn more about the plugin. So how to install and select a file. So you could just run this. So let me run this plugin right now. So I'm running the Unsplash right now, and that way I get to have the Unsplash plugin right away. As you could see, it's running the Unsplash plugin, and this is a plugin for an instance. So this allows us to add an image to our design. So you could easily click on something like this, and you could easily click on something like this to be used in your design. So I just added this. So this is the image right here. This actually fits into the screen, and you could just select the layout of the Unsplash and you just bring that. Look at it right here, it's entering the screen right here. So I could just bring it somewhere here, and this is the image from Unsplash. So that's one plugin, and we could access the plugins menu as well. Again, we could come to the plugins and you see that we have Unsplash right here. So we have more plugins, which I'm going to talk more about other plugins you could install, but this way we've installed our first plugin, and here we are. So all you have to do is to click on the plugin, and it brings you to the functions of the plugin. And right now I'm just going to add whatever image I feel like resonates with my design. I could easily add it. So right now we can use this for an image plugin, and I just clicked on adding this right now. So I just added that right away, and it replaces the former image. So I can close this right now, and this is the new image I just added. So you could easily bring it into your splash screen just to make an effect and all that. So you could easily access images through the Unsplash plugin, and that is a plugin that functions for inserting images. And we've installed Unsplash, which allows you to search and insert high quality stock images directly from Unsplash. So the next one I want to install is Iconify. So Iconify provides access to a large library of icons for easy integration into design. So let's look for that right now. So let's look for Iconify right now. So for instance, let's just look for Iconify. So I'm going to come to plugins, and I'm going to come to manage plugins, and I'm going to search for Iconify. So the name is Iconify. I'm going to search for that right now, and this is Iconify right now. I'm going to click on that to have that installed. So all I have to do is to click on run, and I'm going to have that installed on my Figma software. And here we have Iconify installed. So you could access different libraries and other icons libraries basically. So you could see there are a lot of icons right here, so you could choose to go into them and choose from all these icons. You'll see the need for this. You don't have to design icons from scratch. You could easily use the icon library to import icons for yourself, and that's what this is used for basically. So we have the Iconify, and we could get more plugins as well. So we could just close this right now. So we have Iconify. So let's get more plugins. And the next one we're going to get is wireframe. This offers a set of tools to quickly create wireframes and user flow. So let's have that installed right now. So all I have to do is to do the usual. I have to click on here and come to plugins. Then you could see we have Iconify, we have Unsplash already. So let's manage plugins again. Let's come to manage plugins, and this time around we are looking for wireframe. So let's look for wireframe. Let's see if we can get that. As you could see, there's a wireframe right here. There's wireframe. So this says free wireframing tool for everyone. So So let's click on this. Let's look for this, and this is free popular wireframes library for everyone. Wireframe plugin is the best Figma plugin for creating beautiful wireframes, user flow, prototypes, and basic structures. No other kits. So let's install this as well. So I'm going to have that installed as well. We're going to use all these plugin when we are creating different websites and all that. So we're going to use all this. So here is wireframe. Yeah. So we're going to install the fourth plugin. We've installed Unsplash, Iconify, wireframe. I'll not install this right now. So I'm going to go to the next. I'm going to install Figmotion. Yeah, Figmotion is one of the most popular. So let's come to plugins right now, and that will be the fourth plugin I'll be installing, because I've installed wireframe, I've installed Iconify, I've installed Unsplash. So the next plugin I will install is the Figmotion. So let me look for Figmotion right now. So I'm going to look for Figmotion, and we're going to search for that right now. And this is Figmotion right here. So I'm going to click on Figmotion. I'm going to run that as well to have that installed. And this says icons 8 background remover, removes background from images with a single click here. So we're going to use icons 8 background remover. Yes, we're going to need that as well. So I'll come to plugins and I'll have that installed right now. So all I have to do is to, as you can see, we've installed Unsplash, Iconify, wireframe, Figmotion, and the last one is icons 8. Yeah, so let's look for that right now. So we are going to use icons 8 here. So I'm going to look for this. So let's come back here. So I'm being flashed something, but let's continue for now. So I'm going to use icons 8. Okay, icons 8 background remover, this right here. So I'm going to have that installed as well. So this way we've installed some popular plugins right now, and all I have to do is to go and have this installed. So right now we are having another plugin installed, which is icons 8 background remover. So I'll say run. So you're going to go to the web version, and right now loading icons 8 background remover, and that way we're going to have that installed as well. So let me come to plugins and see what we've done so far. So you see we've installed about 5 popular plugins we'll be using throughout our design process, and we use it to create different designs from wireframe to Figmotion for prototype and all that. So we're going to talk more about all this, and basically you've learned about plugins and how to install plugins in this session. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.